What's up, everybody? It's a new week, and here we go. First of all, apologies if I look a little scraggly. I kind of look like a Cro-Magnon man right now. Just had dental work, so I kind of look like Shaggy on a weekend bender. But here we are, another week of SR Synth Weekly, and let's just get started on it. And we're going to start out with a group out of Atlanta called, I'm going to screw it up, Wraithwalker. I can never say the word Wraith properly, so sorry. It's Wraithwalker, and they're based out of Atlanta. They're kind of a different kind of group, and he actually has, this is his second album, and it's called Hellscape, 2x19. I'm having to read that. And it's an awesome track. It kind of gives me a little bit of a bunch of different vibes. It kind of gives me that title sequence to a sci-fi movie, kind of like a what you would call a, I'm going to say it this way, what the 80s used to call the VR, you know, the virtual reality, you know, with the glasses and everything. It was always one of those, you know, where you could just put the glasses on and it gives you that, you know, oh, all of a sudden you're in this whole hollow world that, you know, just by putting on the glasses, you're in a whole new world. That kind of gives me a title sequence to that. And it's kind of, it kind of gives me that vibe, you know, of everybody, you know, you put the glasses on and you're in a whole new world, and then the title sequence comes on. Or another way also I like to do it is, as I was rethinking it this morning, kind of gives you the main character walking in, you know, as in, you know, I just walked in after somebody says, hey, I know a guy, and then all of a sudden it cuts to, the you know, the main character, and he walks in and just, you know, oozes the, you know, the charm, the, you know, the badassery that he is, and that's kind of what it gives me. Definitely check it out, and check out a lot of the other stuff, because I checked out some of the others and they're all awesome. Don't be alarmed by the thing, by the the logo or the box art, because I thought it was a death metal group at first. But it isn't. Anyway, the song is called Artificial. Give it a thing. It's give it a listen. It's Wraithwalker with Artificial. like I said, it gives you that kind of vibe of, I just like the old 80s VR because basically because I got that in my head because I was actually watching it, watching a movie. I forgot the name of it, but I was watching a movie and it was like you either put the glasses on, all of a sudden you're in this whole new world, and that kind of gives me the same vibe. And actually, a song that sounds similar, in the background, kind of gave me that. So that's where I came from. That. Let me know what you think. And I could be completely wrong. I mean, but it's just my view on it. Next up, we have Buzzing Sound Candy. For once, I can actually say it properly. It's a German synthwave synth pop group out of Hamburg, Germany. I give this one. I have a lot of different feelings on this one, and I love the German pop scene, German synth scene. I've always loved that. So this was kind of like a nice addition to that. I'm gonna go two ways. Actually, I'm gonna go a bunch of different ways on this one. The best way to describe this point being, this is just my opinion on it. They're gonna probably tell me I'm completely wrong, but on what they call mainstream music side, I want to give it the Blute Angle / and one. If you haven't heard any of those, then why are you on my show? No, no. If you haven't heard them, they're both of them. Chris Prohl with Blute Angle, just awesome synth, synth industrials, electronic, music, and his voice is awesome. This is on that same line. And one you've probably heard. They're another great German band. But that's how I kind of feel when I first heard this. That's kind of where suddenly my mind went. Okay, it kind of sounds like that. So let's work off of that. And on my how I like to put movies and things like that, I wanted to go with the good vampire movies that from the 80s and early 90s. Not the Twilight crap, because no, we won't go there. But this song, it's called Rise of the Drum Machine, and it works because the drum machine, but in my context of using movies and everything, it's the rise of a vampire leader. And I want to stress, this is just my view on that, just how I picture movies and visuals. This is the first showing of, like the cult of vampires around one leader, and they're all just partying. They're all just, in their own little world. And we're seeing their own little world as the camera pans around, everybody just having their grand time, while the main leader is sitting on, like on the top of a throne, and he just, sitting back going, yeah. So that's kind of where I got that feeling. It's kind of giving me that, party atmosphere, but at the same time, it kind of gives me that upbeat dance. I'm going to use an old TV show called Forever Knight. There were some scenes where they were, he would go back in time. Knight would go back in time in his memories, and they'd have parties and stuff, and it was all vampires. Something kind of like Lost Boys, kind of near dark kind of stuff, but it's more upbeat, and that's where I'm coming from on that. So check this out. It's Buzzing Sound Candy, and the song is called Rise of the Drum Machines. Now, before I'm using the original, they sent me a bunch with all the remixes, but I wanted to put the original on here, and go check out the remixes also, because they're all awesome. But I wanted to put the original on here to let you know what the original context on it before you go listen to the remixes. So again, check it out. It's Buzzing Sound Candy with Rise of the Drum Machines.
Revolution, evolution. is the rise of the drum machines, of the drum machines. Revolution, evolution.
So, what did you think? I mean, that's where I come from. I love the old, gothic stuff, old horror slash, horror sci-fi was my big thing. So you'll hear me say that a lot and use those genres a lot because, I mean, that was my favorite genre. I don't know what yours was, but, I know it's kind of weird. Synth redneck, like doing nothing but, you should be doing country and westerns. No. I grew up with, sci-fi and horror, so most of my stuff comes up that way. And that song kind of worked perfectly for, either one. But it just kind of gives me that kind of like gothic vampire styling that I feel just in it. But it's really great upbeat, and the singing was awesome on it. And like I said, it's all a Blue Dangle and one, which is always awesome. And the sound is awesome. So definitely check out the rest of their stuff because it's pretty good. I love it. I kind of like that whole sound my own. Next up, we have Lights AM, and I hope I'm saying that right. That's what it's saying, right? Spelled that way? We're going that way. They're out of Oslo, Norway. Now, this song is called Dare to Live, and the vocals and everything on it, the guy's living. I mean, it's just perfect. I would say his name, but I will screw it up, so you can see it in the on his page. This song kind of reminds me of, kind of like the romantic thing or a thing where lovers, after a quarrel and they're both alone, just, thinking about each other and how they're feeling about, one another, about how sad they are, but it gives you that kind of uplift at the same time of they're remembering the good days while they're alone. It kind of gives me I've said this with a few others, but this works also. The hero meeting up with the lover after a final fight. He rescues them, and it's like he finally comes over the ridge, and here I am. And, she comes up, and it's like, you're late, and they make this whole, it's like, you're late, I know I had to make an entrance kind of thing. And it kind of gives me that view of that. The vocals on it are awesome. I mean, it's basically Lights AM doing a great song, doing the Dare to Live. Let me know what you think, because, I mean, I always put the visuals on it, and that's the visuals I come up with. It's a lover's quarrel, and they're coming back, or a lover's quarrel, and they're thinking about it. It would be perfect in that kind of setup. So let me know what you think. Here it is. It's Lights AM with Dare to Live. because I mean the vocals are awesome on it. I mean I can't say anything bad about it. You know, the way it was completely pieced together and the way the vocals, you know, mesh with the song, it's kind of perfect on that. And I still love the lover feel on it. That's kind of my view. So let me know what you think. Next up, this is new for me because I haven't done one yet. So this is a cover. This is the Grey Disorder. That's the name of the group. Sorry, and they're out of Toronto. The song is I'm Afraid of Americans. It's a cover of the David Bowie Trent Reznor song. I haven't done a cover yet, so this ought to be interesting, especially with YouTube being the way they are. But the song itself is awesome. It kind of gives me let me rephrase that. As a cover, it's really awesome because it covers it really nicely with a new kind of beat to it and a new remix on the original sound. So that it works out perfectly. In my own little quirks that I like to do, it kind of gives me that sci-fi techno title sequence, kind of like a punky. No, I better not say punky because I'll think of Punky Brewster. But kind of like a punkish type sci-fi movie. Apocalypse, you know, that's kind of what it kind of gives me. Kind of gives me a chase scene in the movie, in a sci-fi movie where, you know, you have fighting and everything going on while partying at the same time. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, the characters are having a good time while they're being chased, and they're just, you know, it's like apocalypse, and they're like a resistance, but having a good time with it. So that's kind of what I get with that. I can't say much about it because, you know, everybody knows the song, but this take on it is really good. It's really put together, and, you know, it kind of, they add, you know, like everybody else, you add your own little personal thing to it when it comes to a cover. So check it out. It's I'm Afraid of Americans by Grey Disorder.
I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it.
I mean, what did you think about that? I mean, this is my first time doing a cover of somebody's other song, so I liked it. I mean, I thought it was awesome, and it gives me that, you know, kind of view of the old, you know, taking Bowie and Reznor's song and adding it kind of gives me that more of a sci-fi feel with this one, if that makes sense. So, you know, let me know what you think and check out the rest of the music. It's awesome. Next up, we have Neon Arcadia. I told you I'd get to you finally. The song is Desire, and it's actually a collaboration with McDuffee. I've already had McDuffee on here with another song. I don't have to say much about her, because we already know she's in some other planet right now when it comes to her vocal work. It's beautiful. It's, you know, hauntingly beautiful. I mean, it's, you know, that's all I can say about that. Her voice is just, you know, in another zip code, another planet. You know, we're just happy to be here when she does it. So when she sings. So anyway, the song is called Desire, and this gives me a lot. This is kind of like the Lights AM, but even more ideas with it. I went with the Lovers after the fight. You know, Lights AM is they're fighting. You know, they just got done fighting and they're having to, you know, thinking about each other. This one's after the fight, coming back together. This, you know, this gives you the, you know, the whole feeling of the Lovers. They finally got over it, and, you know, coming back together. You know, after a long stint away, or, you know, something happened. You know, and the antagonist kept them away, and the protagonist had to fight to get back to the lover, and, you know, they finally get back together. Also gives me I thought about this one the other day. It actually, because I was watching Labyrinth. See, Marilyn, I do watch it a lot. No, it kind of gives me that kind of dream sequence. You know, the one lover dreaming about the other and all the things that they've done in the past or doing in the past, and she can't be with him, but, you know, kind of reminds you of the happy times and everything. I love, you know, songs like that where it just makes you feel one way and just makes you, it's kind of a slow song, but it kind of makes you feel happy at the same time, if that makes sense. So let me know what you think. I mean, the vocals are awesome. Neon Arcadia's synth work is, you know, if you've been following my show or following Synthwave, you already know. It's just awesome. So check it out. It's Neon Arcadia with McDuffee, and the song is called Desire.
Escape
of makes me want to desire my wife right now. She's at work. Crap. Like I said though, it's just really awesome song. I mean, I can't really say much more about it. I mean, from what I've already said, but Megan McDuffee, you know, her voice, you know, is just great. I mean, there's just nothing else I can say about that. Next up, I am going to screw this up. It is Marcenby, or Marcenby. You can see the spelling down there. I'm going to screw it up. I already know that, and I apologize. The song is called Attaque Noir. This one is really interesting. The one thing he just has a small thing. It's a 1989 inspired retro synth. There's so much more you can do with that though. Sorry. This is kind of like the driving scene to the beach, or you know, I actually thought about this the other day. It's kind of like it should be in Solar Babies. You know, because all the kids, you know, all the kids in the apocalypse are having a good time, and it kind of gives you that, you know, or they're chasing each other in a club scene, or, you know, kind of like a sports scene. It kind of gives me that, you know, just that kind of vibe. It also gives me, on a more towards his thing, 1989 area, that version, I thought about Tango and Cash. The scene where Terry Hatcher is actually doing the drums in the club, the whole drum scene, the whole dance scene, you could actually pull that out and put this song in there and it would work, other than the drum part. But it kind of works out because, I mean, that's kind of the same vibe, same sound that it comes from. So, I mean, that's kind of where I get, you know, it kind of gives you that whole happy club, you know, Miami, you know, kind of deal. I use Solar Babies considering I was listening to the music, and it kind of coalesces with a lot of the music in the Solar Babies soundtrack, especially, you know, with them playing around and, you know, just having a good time. So check it out. It's Marcenby, I'm going to use that, and it's Attaque Noir. tell me you don't think about the scene in Tango and Cash when you heard that. I mean, that's what I think. A lot of 80s movies have that same type sound, and it's just always awesome, but there's too much that you can think of at once, and I just threw that one out there. So definitely check out the rest of his music. It's really awesome. Last one for the day. This one's kind of cool for me because it's another video, and it's actually her music video. So it's Jessi Frey, or Frey. I told you I'm going to screw it up. Like I say in all my other things, I'm going to screw up your name. So apologies already. It's Jessi Frey. Anyway, the song's called Dark Heart, and the song is just awesome. Her voice is really great, and it's just one of those. She says a synthwave song about unrequited love. I'm gonna go with my thing, because the whole song is about, her love and everything with a dark heart. But I'm gonna go further, because this song, in my view, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have notes. I want to go one further. This is in my world of putting movies to music. This is a succubus movie. This is the the demon lady, or the I'm not going to say evil lady, but this is more of the dark lover hiding in the shadows, waiting to strike on the latest prey, or search out her lover from the shadows. I'm going to be completely wrong. She's probably going to rip me a new one on this one, but that's my movie view on it. That would be the perfect song. She's coming down a shadowy flight of stairs with lights behind them, and is just perfectly decked out in clothing that would be to catch a prey, and all the men would go after her. I say men and all everything just because of this movie section here. That she goes after, and they can't, and she can just pick them off one by one if needed, because she's that she's that perfect because of her wilds that she has of a succubus, and that's kind of what I feel like. I know it's kind of weird. I'm going to be completely wrong probably, and she's probably going to kill me on it, but but that's what I feel like. In a movie sense, that would be a perfect song for like a succubus in a horror movie. Well, not even really horror movie, in sci-fi, kind of like horror movie. That you just got the lover, or the love interest, or the succubus. She's just hiding and waiting, and she's waiting for you to make a move so she can strike, even in love or hate. But the song itself, either way, is awesome. The video is awesome too. I wish I could do videos, but I don't. I have the face for radio. So anyway, check it out. It's Jessi Frey. I'm gonna go there, and it's Dark Heart.
The game that is the two of us.
as I said before, I mean, the song is awesome. I mean, and it gives me that kind of vibe. I don't want to say like goth, goth new wave, kind of like a, just kind of like a dark synth kind of feel. But the song's awesome. Again, as I close out today, I mean, I like to say, I put a lot of things into movies just because, like I said before, I like putting visuals with it. And I do that because it helps, everybody has their own opinion. Like, I could be, like, every song that I've reviewed and, put movies with, the artist may completely just tell me I'm completely wrong. And I'm okay with that. I just put because I grew up, in the 80s, 90s with with just movies, and that was how I lived my life, between that and the music. And so I put that visually. I'm a very visual person. So everything I like to do it with a visualization. Like, I'm the redneck who will tell you, when you're looking for directions, yeah, you go over there where the pole folks used to be, and you go over there where Shoney's, and if you go 2 miles, you'll see Gold Grandma over there. She'll be there. I'm that person. So like I said, this is just my opinions on it. I appreciate everybody's love on it so far. If I'm completely wrong about the artist, they tell me. Other than that, I haven't had really anybody things, but that's just my opinions. Everybody has one. I want to know what your opinions are of these songs. Let me know in the comments of what you think of each song. First of all, because I think they're all awesome, but I think all of the music awesome. If you're on my show, it's awesome. But I want to know what you think about the song. Let them know what you think. Buy their stuff, follow them on social media. Like, I put them social media on the, every week on their, on my page here. They're in the descriptions. Show them your love, and let me know what you think about their music. And let me know I'd like to see what you think about what you visually think of what songs these songs could be under, like different movies, soundtracks, anything. Let me know what you think on it. I'd like to find out some more, because I'd like to get some more ideas, not just mine, but everybody's. This is what we're here for. Again, I appreciate everybody this week letting me always do this. As always, like and subscribe. If you want to share this, I have open embeds and open sharing, so you can just share away, please. Anyway, like I said, like and subscribe, and also make sure you hit that notification button. I've gotten a couple saying that the algorithm is screwing up their main page, so they're not seeing it. So make sure you hit that bell to make sure you get that in there. Again, appreciate everybody this week, and hopefully next week could be even better. Appreciate it. Bye.